Ladies and gentlemen, this is the most important movie ever made about XRP Ripple. With its huge market share, Coinbase is helping to raise the price of XRP. Online, crazy news and predictions are showing up, and trust me, you'll feel bad if you miss them. Crypto experts think that the price of XRP Ripple coin could go up to $300 or more. You'll be amazed by this movie. Let's get right to the point without any more nonsense. Nota bene. This new study from Coinbase has actually caused waves in the cryptocurrency world, especially for XRP. In October, the Securities and Exchange Commission could make a rule change that would allow several new crypto exchange-traded funds, or ETFs. This is what Expert Smoke says. This is not a small change to the rules. It could change how regular buyers get to digital assets like XRP. ET-Palooza was what Bitwise CIO Matt Hogan called it. He said it was a turning point that would make crypto a big deal. The SEC would let funds meet general listing standards instead of making every application go through long, drawn-out review processes. This would make approvals go more quickly and be more reliable. James Safart of Bloomberg said that hundreds of crypto-related exchange-traded products could be allowed in the next 12 to 18 months. Why does this really matter for XRP? Before we answer that, let's talk about what an ETF is. An ETF is like a grocery store box of fruit. You don't have to pick out each apple, orange, or banana separately. Instead, you buy the box and get everything in it. The same is true for an ETF. Along with stocks, gold, or now XRP, it turns them into a single product that you can buy on a normal stock market. For investors, it's easy, controlled, and known. It's a way for XRP to get into the main banking system. XRP looks like it's ahead of the rest. Smoke pointed out that a number of applicants or XRP-based ETFs have recently changed their applications. This is seen as a sign by experts that approval may be close at hand. If given the go-ahead, XRP would join assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum that are already free to become ETFs. Now, this is where Coinbase comes in. Coinbase is often the first place where money comes into crypto markets because it is the biggest crypto exchange in the US and the wallet of choice for many big players. The demand for XRP ETFs could go through the roof if Coinbase actively supports or makes it easier to buy and sell them. ETFs aren't just appealing to small buyers, after all. Pension funds, hedge funds, and big asset managers with billions of dollars to spend are among the clients they bring in. With more people wanting to buy XRP and Coinbase's large liquidity pools, the price could go up in ways we haven't seen since its previous all-time highs. The mood among investors is already very exciting. One user on X, Eric G, said that this could bring a lot of money into crypto markets, which would be good for long-term holders who stuck with XRP through its toughest battles, like its long court battle with the SEC. With ETFs, those same investors may now see institutional money move into XRP, which will make it more liquid and easy to see. The bigger picture is just as interesting. Over 90 ETF applications are still being processed, and hundreds more may be on their way. This means that investing in crypto in the US is about to change in a big way. If October really is the start of this new age, XRP could be in a place it has never been before. Not on the defensive against lawmakers, but in the lead to becoming widely used. It gets even more exciting now. With Coinbase joining the fray and ETFs on the horizon, many crypto experts now think XRP will go through a huge rise. Believe me, some of these statements will blow your mind. If they're even half right, XRP could be about to see one of its biggest rallies ever. So, XRP is once again getting a lot of attention, and you can feel the energy on social media. Lev, in a tweet, Crypto Bull said, "I think XRP is in the final stages of the 2017 pattern, which could take us to $37 in October." Steph replied, "Massive XRP move loading." Then there's a Monix who takes things to the next level by saying that market predictions now say XRP could hit an unbelievable $50,000. Barry C., a well-known expert on XRP, makes one of the most thorough predictions. He says that XRP's present path is similar to its historic bull run in 2017 and 2018, when it went from being worth less than a cent to more than $3. Barry says that if the past is any indication, the price of XRP could rise to $300 by the end of 2025 or the beginning of 2026, which is a huge increase of 9,900%. He said that the current price structure of the token is eerily similar to the early stages of that previous big rally, which suggests that the token could grow very quickly if market conditions are right. Of course, not everyone is as excited as I am. Some people are quick to warn against being too optimistic. One user, Bud, didn't believe Barry's prediction and wrote, "No, XRP will keep losing value. We saw the peak, and now is the time to cash your bag if you haven't already." Old Man Rorschach had a different point of view. He said that the market is much more difficult now than it was in 2017 and 2018, citing possible efforts to lower and manipulate prices to limit XRP's rise. The different views show how uncertain people are about what XRP will do next. On the one hand, trends from the past show that there is room for huge growth, and the community is rallying around the idea that XRP could have a breakout like the ones it has had in the past. Skeptics, on the other hand, say that past performance isn't always a sign of future success, and that outside market forces could derail such a well-planned path. The next few months will be very interesting for people who are paying close attention, because there will be more social chatter, technical patterns that look like they did during previous bull runs, and the chance of ETFs hitting the market. If the positive scenario comes true, people who own XRP could make a lot of money. Even cautious buyers are keeping a close eye on events that could change XRP's place in the crypto ecosystem as a whole. XRP is going to be one of the most closely watched digital assets in 2025, no matter how much you believe in it or how careful you are about it. Analysts, influential people, and platforms like Coinbase are all pointing to a possible rise in business interest in XRP, so the story is far from quiet. Also, we can't ignore the fact that Ripple is moving things around in the background. Trust me, you can't miss this strong sign. What's coming up next could make things very different for XRP. You're not prepared. While people in the crypto world argue about ETFs, historical patterns, and social media hype, Ripple is making moves behind the scenes that could have a huge effect on its future. Stellar Rippler, a famous financial expert, says that Ripple is becoming a key player in the development of the global financial system. Its XRP ledger isn't just a way to send money, it's also slowly becoming the core of a new independent settlement system, especially among BRICS countries. These countries are looking for alternatives to SWIFT and are using Ripple's technology for managing their cash flow and making payments across borders. Unlike flashy crypto news, XRP's real value is in its infrastructure, which powers real-world financial operations that big players are relying on more and more. Stellar Ripple said that financial institutions need a scarce utility more and more, and XRP's liquidity options are a great way to meet this need. This sneaky connection is very important for our people who own XRP. The stronger Ripple is in the world's banking system, the more likely it is that it will drive fees and transaction flows through the XRP ledger. In real life, more institution, unbeknownst to most people, it is quietly becoming an important tool for cross-border settlement, filling in gaps in global banking. The process takes time and is planned out. As new rules are made and institutional pilots grow, Ripple is getting ready to power not only international trades, but also the settlement of tokenized assets and other new financial instruments. Stellar Rippler points out that this change is a coordinated step toward a decentralized financial system. Ripple is giving the necessary framework for global finance to work more efficiently and safely. In a bigger picture sense, the use of XRP and the XRP system by big financial groups and new financial groups could be a game changer. If the technology is used for all cross-border transactions, the demand for the token could go through the roof, which would be good for buyers. While price changes and social media buzz get most of the attention in the news, Ripple's quiet, strategic moves in the background show that the real story is how it's changing the structure of global finance. That means XRP might not be just another altcoin, it could become an important part of the world's economy. As more countries and institutions use Ripple's technology, the ripple effects on the price of XRP could be huge, rewarding holders who see this quiet revolution in global finance as having long-term promise. We also can't forget about the whales. A lot of XRP Ripple coins have been moved again, and people who know about this say it could be a big sign of what's to come. You don't want to miss this market move, trust me. So the XRP market is buzzing again after a huge $415 million move was recorded, which caused a lot of speculation in the crypto community. Whale Alert says that 141,118,659 XRP was moved in a single trade. This was worth 415,624,232 at the time. At first view, it looked like a typical mystery whale transfer, or maybe Ripple was moving its holdings around. But when we looked more closely at the on-chain data, we found something interesting. The address for sending and the address for getting are both linked to Kraken. This makes it look like the move wasn't meant to fill the market with XRP. Instead, it looks like there is a shuffle going on inside the exchange funds. As Whale Alert pointed out, the last move from the sending account was for 99,018,954 XRP, and the Kraken tagged wallet that received